It's more like Tiger had an issue with a bully, and he says, "What would you do, Dad?" I go, "I would have punched him right in the mouth." And Tiger did that. Now, if this is back where Tiger went to school in L.A., he'd been expelled for the year, kicked out. I'd have to come in. Parents might have filed police reports.
There might be
all that
actionable, yeah.
In Texas, they're like, "Yeah, you're good. Kid deserved it." They're like, he's known for it. We're glad Tiger stuck up for himself. I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is Texas.
Yeah. And there's something to that. And I think, look, I was getting asked, I did Sean Johnson's podcast yesterday. He was a really nice guy. And he was a Navy SEAL. He's the macho kind of real alpha Chad, like a real alpha, not like what the internet tries to create.
You're like a legit tough guy.
He's a fucking Navy SEAL.
Yeah, that term gets thrown around a little too much.
Can't really,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that, and I was saying that he asked me, why did I move to Texas from California? And I said, I'm not going to be like every other coastal guy that moves to Texas or Tennessee or Florida and then talk shit about, I love LA. I love it. It's my culture and my friends and my families. And I love a lot of stuff. I said, but the thing I love, and the one besides the people, top tier is the reason why Texas is better. The people here are fucking amazing.
They're awesome.
But I think which is correlated to is like that whole, since the beginning of this state, since it was its own country, is there's this idea of personal freedom. It's like, okay, handle it on your own. Live as you want to live. And
that's it.
And as you were pointing out, like a fist fight in school, even if the kid deserved it, in California, there's going to be so much red tape about it. Here, they're like, well, okay, well, maybe that kid shouldn't be such a fucking asshole.
Correct. You know? Correct. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to deal with the dad. And the dad literally was like, yeah, man, hopefully my kid learned a lesson. I was like, oh, really? Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
I have the best example of how, now granted, where I moved from in Los Angeles was a very exaggerated, cartoonish environment. I lived in Venice. And you're very familiar. It's like Venice is. There's nothing. It's insane. It's an insane.
It's a special place.
There's like Berkeley, Venice Beach, California, and there's these little spots. Boise's becoming like it's just this weird Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, where they're peculiar. You feel like you stepped on a set of a movie. But my wife used to go on that like Nextdoor type apps where it's like the neighborhoods goings on.
Oh yeah.
You know, so in Venice,
I'm involved in that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, you know.
Yeah.
But my wife would almost on a daily basis. I'd come home from whatever I was doing, and my wife would be like, "Oh, there's a neighbor on on Dell or in Rose. There's a lurker and the suspicious character, and the girls are talking about maybe they need to call the police and blah blah." The week we moved to Texas, my wife was on a Facebook group that the neighbors who welcomed us, they came and they welcomed us and like, welcome to the neighborhood, blah, 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 like local farms. The week we moved, she started this Facebook group to be in contact with these girls. There's this suspicious dude walking down Adrian Way. We need to, and every person, I just got a new 38. I'd love him to try that. Oh, he needs to step onto my property. That'd be fantastic. No discussion of calling the cops. No discussion of
handle this.
My husband's walking out to the street. He's going to take care of it.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Todd's going to deal with this guy. And I was like,
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
This is sick.
Yeah, I'm on like those Citizen apps and all that shit. I just love looking and seeing if there's any, like weird people in the neighborhood or whatever. When we were in LA, I would say 3-4 weeks before we left, I'm on the app, and this guy, probably like 6-7 houses down, gets murdered, decapitated.
Good times, okay.
Yeah, and this is how numb you are in LA, like especially after the fires and after COVID, home invasion in my neighborhood was up 700%. So I'm like one of only maybe 2 coaches whose houses didn't get robbed, right? And so there's robberies and crime happening nonstop in the hood, in our neighborhood, nonstop. But I'm so used to it, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And it's pretty wild shit, but I'm like, but it's so common, like, oh, damn, that's great. Hopefully he's all right. Damn, decapitated, that's wild. And I just keep going. I come here, I get on the same app, and they're freaking out. Oh, yeah, decapitated.
Medieval times, like, what the fuck?
It was gang related. I think cartel shit. But then here, it's like the only thing I see is like, did anybody get the license plates of that black cyber truck going way too fast down the neighborhood? I'm like, oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Where I come from, a guy got decapitated. You know?
There is the, oh, that's cute conversation where you have, and I used to get mad at New Yorkers, a very older generation of New Yorker would move to LA, usually working in the entertainment industry. And they were always telling you about like, well, back at home, they don't do that kind of thing. It's easier. It's, if you're from Long Island, that just becomes easy because you don't have to deal with all this pussy California shit all day. They blah, 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 you know? But now I find myself doing, I was in an Uber and we were in traffic on the freeway and he's like, oh yeah, well, traffic's starting to get so bad out here. I just don't know what to do. And I was like, oh, that's cute.
I know.
Because I was coming back from the airport where I just got back from LA just on the 405. And I was like,
getting LAX.
5 seconds later, he goes like, yeah, man, and this homeless problem's it was like, oh,
buddy.
That's cute, bud.
I get it. But that's all he knows.
No, it's true.
That's all he knows, But
the homeless problem in LA now has gotten to, I think I'm living in a simulation. Like, what do we do? Like, I remember the first time I saw factory farming.
Everything out of Brendan Schaub's mouth is a lie. First and foremost, his guest here, Mike Catherwood. What? I'd rather have a catheter in my wood than listen to this guy. He sucks. But Schaub blatantly lying again. So he told Panther to punch a kid. Panther did, and everyone, they threw a parade for him. And the kid's dad came up and said, thank you, Mr. Schaub, for your son beating the shit out of my son. By the way, can we buy some Tiger Thick whiskey? Everything out of his mouth is a lie. And then what was the other lie? 6 houses down, someone was really in Calabasas. This hat, it's just so sad and pathetic. And the odd thing about his lies is it's all has to do with ego. So lying about his son beating up a kid and then everyone thanking him, didn't happen. Schaub only talked about his kid getting bullied one time by 2 kids because his son was wearing girl clothes, but that was like years ago. His son didn't punch anyone in the face, and the school wasn't okay with it. But, I mean, the whole LA thing, what's he trying to be like? I guarantee you Schaub's that guy who walks around and constantly complains about Texas and how good LA is, and all of his people around him is probably like, then why'd you move here, stupid? Because, like, you love it so much, shut up and go back. Or he tries to use it as, I'm really tough. I'm from the mean streets of Calabasas. Like, shut up, dude. Everything out of his mouth is a lie. But my God, the guest co-host on this was trash. This dude is trash. And is he saying, what are we doing here, unironically? Sad, but let me know your thoughts in the comments.